What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Super Princess Peach. In the last episode, I just had some rants and whatnot. This episode, it's going to be an actual voiceover, don't worry. I'll have quite a bit to talk about here and there, and I'll try to see if I can make sure that I read the dialogue as well as I move along. Yeah, just so I can stay on topic and not mosey off. But yeah, this is just gonna be for this episode, and then I'll get back to the regular scheduled playthrough in a way, so that way I can let off what I wanted to been letting off for the last couple weeks now. So anyways, with that being said, take it away, voice over, or yeah, take it away, future me, I guess, or editor me. I don't know what to call you. Sorry. All right. Well, thank you. Just call me editor me, I guess, or other me. But yeah, I thought we'd take today to take the time to talk about the Koopalings, and at least with the Koopalings. I think I said there was a way I could improve more in the last episode. Changed my mind on that, obviously, now, because just I saw it and I was like, you know what? It's not that bad of a boss fight. You know, it's not my favorite, but it was also creative. So I'll give it points for the creativity there. So there's that to say the least. So for Roy's boss fight, though, I think there could have been a way where it could have been more interactive to the point of just not having to rely on I forgot what the bird's name is, because I just got introduced to the bird, but I think it was Flicky or something. It was like a Flicky bird or something. Just kind of ironic that it is an ally to Captain Toad in the first place, considering that Captain Toad in his own games literally fought a giant flying bird, and yeah, I just find that very ironic for the most part. So there's that to look at. But in the same instance, it's good that that Captain Toad has new allies in a way. It kind of makes me want to see Nintendo create another Captain Toad game to see how well, for instance, how did Captain Toad come across this new ally? Considering that, yes, this ally was found in the... I want to say the ally was found in the Flower Kingdom. We just, haven't really come across, said, we haven't came across it until, now, basically, until, that game was made, obviously. So, with that said, I just wanted to at least sprinkle that in before I talk about Roy. So for Roy's fight, you have the flying, basically the Flying Dutchman in a way, and you have the giant ghost ship, and he turns into a ghost himself. Kind of creative to have it in the middle of the desert for all the instances. So I think that was the creative take, and I won't change that part, because that I actually liked. Visually, I really liked the fight, personally. However, the way the boss battle could have been done to improve on it, I feel like it could have been improved in a way where it was more of just instead of just having cannonballs, there could have been some sort of way where he would have had to come to the foreground at some point and something, and then we just hit him with a beam of light or something. I feel like that, but or maybe not even that. It wouldn't be just it wouldn't be just cannons that we would be coming across. And the thing is, it's when it comes to at least that part of it, I think the change I would have made would have been at least for me, maybe there could have been a cannon, but it wouldn't shoot so many. It would be beams of life, obviously, that would be shooting at him, right? And like, obviously it's not gonna be like a random amount, right? So I would say like make it more challenging I would say like probably like you set the tone on it, and like you know, basically like, you know how like Roy like sends out like, you know, like fireballs coming from the sky. Well, maybe, you know, one of them blows a fuse in a way, and then like, let's say the ship just comes closer for some reason, or I don't know, like Roy decides to like bring it over to try to crush you, right? And then you see one of those cannons, one of those mini cannons, and then you grab the cannon yourself, and then you then that's when you like, okay, he'll try to retreat into the ship, but then you start trying to destroy his ship in a way, and then that will expose him in a way, and then he'll just have to constantly be making it appear. I feel like that would be very more complex. So that would be my first idea. My second idea, I have more ideas, sorry. I feel like that will be the most complex out of all of them. But at least for me, like, I think this would be a lot more simple. So you know how like there's like whatchamacallit? So you know how like there's like in the Boo house, like you turn on the light, right? So instead of that, like instead of doing that, you instead kind of like what was it like? What I would do personally is you know, have one of the Boos control one of the like, not control the light, but like the Boos that fly by with the Roy shades, like they would be the ones kind of like trying to like do you know, do you a or not do you a favor, but like try to like take you down with like by trying to blind you and whatnot, trying to like kind of like basically there would be a blinding animation like, oh okay, like I just got blinded, like I can't see anything, so I'm stunned. Basically they'll keep trying to stun you as much as they can until you decide to like kind of like not take them out, but you would find some sort of switch nearby. Actually, no, that, you know what? Scratch that idea. That sounds like that sounds terrible, actually. So never mind. Yeah, I don't like that idea at all. Never mind. I don't like that idea at all. It's just I feel like there could have been a better idea for the cannon, but like I'm like, what would have been? Okay, let me look at my third idea. My third idea would be for Roy would be like if you were gonna keep him to be the Flying Dutchman, what I would do is I would like kind of like there would be like vases around the place. And obviously, like, he can make vases appear. Yeah. Actually, this is a better idea. So he'll make objects flying out of the ship appear, and then they'll target you, right? One of them happens to be the cannon, like the cannon lights. Now you control how the cannon light shoots. I mean, you don't aim it, obviously. Like, it'll aim directly towards him. Like, well, not directly towards him. It'll just aim, you know, towards him. Like, if you're like right in front of him, basically. What you want to do, basically, is like as the objects fly off, like one of his attacks will be the objects fly out, and then the one of the objects would be one of the cannons. And it's like, oh shoot, I blew that, and then it ends up shooting light for some reason, and that would be the vulnerable thing. And then all the others would be like, there would be objects that like could be like, they'll just try to like, they'll break obviously, but like they're there to hurt you basically. And it wouldn't be too many objects flying in the sky. It would be like 5 objects at a time. Like, you know how it would be like when it's like heck was that? Sorry about that for a second there. Yeah, so, sorry, that was a bit of a delay for me to react, but I just saw that, like, I saw that and I wanted to react, but I couldn't react in time, but it's fine, whatever. Jeez, okay, I need to stop getting hurt. But, why am I healing? Actually, just get the star. Just get a star, dude. Come on, let me know I get a star. Yes, I got a star. Nice. But as I was saying before, yeah, one of the objects. So you know how like in Yoshi's Island DS, you saw how like objects would be flying around and whatnot. You know how it would be like that. So it would be like that coming from the ship itself, because obviously, and it would be like swords or like barrels. Ooh, the barrels, and then like a barrel would have the light source in it, and then that way the flicky wouldn't constantly have to like show up. And nothing I have against against the flicky or anything like that. It's just I'm calling it a flicky. It's probably not a flicky if I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me see. What's the bird's name in Super Mario Bros. Wonder? No, not that. It's an ally. No, it's okay. It's something. It's something, dude. I know it's something. Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. Never mind. Forget it. I'll probably. You know what? No, I'm not gonna put it on the screen. I'll probably tell you in the next episode because I need to get this out and I don't want to like delay when this gets out because I am recording it on the day of like pretty much like, or at least doing this voiceover on the day of like, you know, this video is being released, and I have quite a lot to do today. Not really a lot, but just more of like errands and whatnot, and like exporting this is not exactly the quickest thing that happens on my, or not on my channel, but you know, I mean really on my channel, but really in the process of getting this video uploaded, it's not really the quickest thing that happens here. So depending how long the video is, like if I had to tell you that editing process, it's insane, guys. You know that 2-hour video that I released for the finale? Well, sorry, had to deal with, someone has to deal with the background voice, and you heard that. But as I was saying before, what was I saying? Oh, that's funny. So, women, am I right? Never mind, sorry. Alright, well, I used up my jokes today. So, let's see, what was I saying? Oh, yes! So, when I uploaded the finale for, like, Yoshi's Island DS, it took like around 5 hours for it to export onto my laptop after it was like edited and everything. Like it took 5 hours to like get the edited version out to my laptop, and then to get it out to YouTube, it was quick enough. Like it got out within the hours, so that's fine. But like this is what I deal with on a daily basis, basically, or not on a daily basis, but just like on a on a day-to-day basis when I have to upload again or have to like export a video and such. Sometimes I'll have them ready the day prior because the stuff that I end up talking about, it's like kind of irrelevant to the day of or to the day that things are happening. So it's not like it matters if I, you know, say something and it's like, oh, well, it's not out of context yet because it's like, it's only been a day. But like sometimes things can get out of context already, like within the next day, which that's something I'm trying to avoid for the most part. So that's just me though. So for me, I would say that's my editing process, unfortunately. But I somewhat enjoy it, and it's enjoyable to the degree. I just, when I have to rush things out, it's not that enjoyable for me. But that's just what it is. I mean, at least I don't crash out like some people, which I think I briefly talked about something with, like, when it came in terms of, like, what was it that I wanted to talk about? Oh, yes. So the information with Steam currently seems like things are in their favor at the moment, but don't count your eggs quite yet, because the battle's not over yet and it's still going. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that as of April 2nd of 2026, the case is still technically going. And yeah, that's a thing. So, it's nice to well, that's good that I wasn't able to slide there, because if I was able to slide there, I probably would have, yeah. So, it's a good thing I didn't slide there. Let's see. I don't know what else I wanted to really say in the last couple weeks. But, yeah, I guess I couldn't focus myself to say that while I was playing a game. But that's just, you know, that's just me for you, you know? I'm sorry. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, that's one way to get a toad. So there you go. So what else did I want to say to the viewers? Oh, well, there was a certain, like, so there's a certain YouTuber I don't really talk about whatsoever. And, quite honestly, I'm sad that I can kind of relate to him in a way. Not with a certain points of things, but with the way he's feeling about, you know, with a lot of other things. So, well, not that this channel really is for kids, but, like, there is this thing called the Sonic EXE community, and it has pretty much shunned this person out in existence to the point where, you know, if anything creative he tries to do, it's kind of like, no, we need to rush this out, we want it now, blah blah blah. It's kind of like, let him do his thing on his own pace. I don't know who's in charge of him, but nobody's in charge of him, if anything. The only one who's in charge of him is also in charge of me, and that's the Lord. So, think about that, and don't count your chickens before they hatch, you know? Don't count your eggs before they hatch. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. But, not quite figuratively, but it's like, you have to really, like, think about this. Like, the thing you have to really think about here is that when I see something like this happen to somebody else, it kind of gives me a little bit of anger and empathy for this person, because I feel the same way with certain things in life. Because it can get quite tiring sometimes. Life can get very tiring, and you know, like, you know how you get, like, past, I think I mentioned this, but, like, you get past a point where it's just like, not of no return, but it's just like, you're past the point of anger, where it's just like, you have really lost the energy to, like, even care to be angry anymore. So you're just, but, like, you're just, like, out of it, and then, like, a little bit snaps out, and they're like, oh, okay, let me just leave them alone. Like, yeah, leave this person alone. I had had the opportunity and privilege to be able to watch his recent game that he released back in February. I believe was when he released it. Yeah, it was back in February. So he released it back in February, and you basically, like, anybody who makes a Sonic EXE game, like, back in the past, and especially this person, there was, like, multiple endings that you can get, and it's actually quite interesting. And I actually like the fact that there's multiple endings, because it makes you, like, see what outcomes happen if certain things happen the way they happen. And it's like, okay, that's the ending, there you go, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you can always reboot the game and then play it again and see what other endings you can get. That's what I like about... That's the only thing I like about Sonic EXE games. I don't like the fact that it's like, oh, like, yeah, demons and whatnot. Like, yeah, let's let them win. Like, no, I don't want them to win. I personally do not want them to win. The thing here, though, is that there was a canon ending, and it kind of didn't break my heart or anything. Like, well, I mean, obviously, if I was a bit more sensitive, it probably would have broken my heart. But knowing that this is all fiction, it's just like, okay. So, but it really did shock me to a point where it was like, holy flip, I relate. It's bad that I relate. And if you're wondering who I'm relating to, if you know said game that I'm talking about, no, I'm not relating to... Actually, wait, no. Kinda am. In ways that not a lot of people will understand. I kind of go through life, like, I used to go through life with a lot of passion and whatnot, and I still do, but when I do go through life with passion, the moments become less and less when I do so. I become less wowed about a lot of things in life. I see nothing worth... I don't know, just... This is just something I have to get off my chest. But, like, I'm, like, kind of just, like, sour. I guess that's the word that people call it. They call those kind of people sour. Where it's just like, just get on with it, let's just go. And... I want to at least point something out here in this take here. So, I know that I edited it out so that way, like, I can just, like, show that, like, oh, I got in here and that's that. Because, like, you know, Perry's gonna say, did you know somewhere on the Vibe Island, a very odd enemy awaits you? As always, and it's shaped like a star, it's been spotted all over from Who's Woods, Wavy Beach, Green Glaciers. Or so I've heard. You have to attack it over and over again. Basically, so he says the same thing. So, when I played this game for the first time, in that area, I didn't get that star character on the screen. Like, I never ended up, like, taking him down, but I did have him spawn there my first time playing through. So when I looked it up, I was like, wait, so that has to be the star enemy that they're talking about. So where else could that star enemy be? And yeah, there's your reality check right there. I mean, it's kind of fascinating in a way. So anyways, I wanted to get that out of the way. But, yeah, but it did happen to me. It actually did. I wish I could, like, somehow show proof, but this happened, like, a decade ago. So, yeah. Actually, even more than a decade ago. Hold on. Oh, would you look at that? It's 2026. I forgot. It happened... Yeah, it definitely happened more than a decade ago. I was gonna say, like, it happened a decade ago, but it's 2026, and when I first played this game, it was like 2010. So wow, so now it's 16 years ago. Holy crap. Well, who's counting at this point? Anyways, man, but those are the days. But Yeah, this game is just very charming in a lot of ways, and I really, really, really love the art style in this game. It's very, very charming, and I love it. I really love this game. I really do. So now back to my not depressing state in life, because I'm not. I mean, am I depressed? I don't know. Like, I just find myself bored with a lot of things. Like, I want to get work done, and that's just what I want to do, basically. And that's just where I'm at. I'm stuck, basically. And right now, I'm willing to get the work done, but it's like just a lot of gates are holding me back, and it's annoying. A lot of chains. It feels like a lot of chains are holding me back. But yeah, that's why I feel kind of indifferent with. I feel indifferent with a lot of things. So it's just like whenever like there's anything to like be impressed about, I'm less inclined to be impressed than I am to be impressed, because it's like I've seen it already. I've kind of seen it all in a way. Like, I've seen everything. Like, all right, let's move on to the next thing. Like, cool. Which, by the way, that is also actually not even a fun fact about me. It's kind of not even a depressing fact, but I mean, I think this is kind of a blessing, but also kind of a curse. But when it ever comes to horror movies, whenever I'm watching it in like in a setting with like a bunch of people, maybe I should try watching it alone. But whenever a jump scare occurs, I'm just like, I don't really react. And I'm not joking you whatsoever. Like if anybody knows me in real life, they can vouch for me on this. And see for themselves if they want to like watch a horror movie with me or some scary movie with jump scares. I just like, okay, like I'll just like gasp, like I'll be like, or something like that. But I wouldn't be like, you know, the adrenaline's just not there. I'm just like, okay, cool. So what happens now? You know, like I'm just really more for the action kind of, and like I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. So right here, you come across blocks that are unbreakable at the moment. There is a certain ability that I would recommend that you buy probably prior to World 6, actually. And that is, well, I actually probably will buy it after I'm done with this level, so that way I'll show you. But, yeah, I think I wanted to say that at least, too. Good Friday's coming, so that's gonna be a blessing in disguise in a way, because it's kind of like a tribute to remember these things that happen here. And, you know, to realize that, like, Christ died for our sins and whatnot, and it's actually quite meaningful. It's not just that, by the way. I'm making it sound very, like, irrelevant in a way where it's, like, not that impressive, but it's really, like, no, like, really, like, it's something to really reflect on. I really want you guys to reflect this, because it's not something that is just like, you know, okay, he did it for us, that's great. Like, no. That's amazing. And these kinds of things, like whenever I find out stuff in the Bible, I still get stoked about it, and it's like, wow, you know, like I still have that wow. So I still have it. So call me depressed for not having, you know, excitement for things in the life that the world offers. But it's not as often as, you know, when I find stuff out in the Bible. Really, like, it's crazy what you find in the Bible. It's really, really amazing. I think it's amazing. I'm starting to find it a lot more and more amazing each day. So there's the bright side. So before you guys go thinking I'm depressed, I'm not depressed. I'm fine, really. This life just has nothing to offer me. So I'm just like, kind of like, all right, well, let's see what it brings in store, you know. That's just me. I'm just indifferent with a lot of things now. And, you know, I mean, as depressing that can sound to you, I mean, I guess I could find that depressing too myself, since I am having trouble to express emotion a lot more each day. It used to be each year, but now it's each day, which is kind of... It's... yeah. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this before, where they're just like indifferent with their feelings, indifferent with their emotions. It's just kind of like, alright. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you guys... I don't know what you, the viewers, think about that. Sorry. But yeah. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. We already had our first death in the game, so I'm not gonna have another one again. Let's hope not. Crossing fingers that I don't. So now, I guess, not the elephant in the room, but like, I guess, kind of like something that I probably wouldn't want to hold off to talk about now, because I pretty much talked about what I think I really wanted to talk about for the most part. So, at least that I know of. Other than the fact that a lot of people are saying a lot of negative things about the Mario movie. I don't know really anything about it. So I'm going to just go into it with an open mind, as I'm going to see it probably next weekend. That's the plan, at least. I plan to see it next weekend with a few people, so that's going to be a good time. But yeah, that's all I can really say. And what else did I want to say? Oh, yeah, let's just see how it goes, because maybe it might be good, maybe it might not be good. And if I were to predict how good it would be, I think I predicted it to a certain degree, where it's like, yeah, maybe it's because it was spoiled too much. And my other reason, maybe, that the reviews are bad is probably because there's probably too much to see. That's literally my guess. That's literally my only guess that I have right now. It's nothing in bad faith or anything like that. It's just straight up my guess. You guys can think how you want to think about that one, but that's just how I'm thinking about it. So, yeah. Holy flip. How stupid can you be? What the flip me? Alright, something good happens here. That's the good thing that happens once in a while. So, whenever you get a star as many times as you can, which I did end up getting it like 5 times in a row at this point, I believe, you actually get a peach. That gives you 777 coins. Quite impressive, right? Also, the Poundbrella causes an earthquake when you hit the floor, stunning nearby ground-bound foes. Press down and B mid-air. So, what you basically want to do is to break those unbreakable blocks that you can't break as, like, Angry Peach. That's what you have to use. Unfortunately, yeah, that's the case, unfortunately. So, yeah, only the umbrella can do so. Kind of sad if you ask me, but it is what it is. I can't really change that. Really, I can't really change that. So, probably by the thumbnail that you see in this video, I do want to say I appreciate a lot more in this game is the bosses. I think the bosses are they're very interesting. Yes, some are generic and some are familiar. Well, not really generic, but like some are familiar. Others are just like, wow, I wish we can see them again in another game. But anyways, I have to read once I So, up ahead is the boss of this place, a dragon. It's encased in hard ice. So, normal attacks won't work. What works against ice? That's a good question. And I would have this boss be part of the thumbnail, except this boss is probably the easiest boss in the game. I cannot exaggerate you how easy it is. If you have enough vibe power. So as you can see, I'm trying to like take it down, and it's just like this boss is gonna be done like very instantaneously. So yeah. Now information that I want to just talk about. In short, actually, yeah, in short, there's a lot of misinformation spreading around. And no, I'm not talking about this because of April Fools. I mean genuinely, like, there's a lot of misinformation just flowing around. So now the dragon turns into a little fairy. So, yeah, here's the thing that I kind of despise at this point. Is people with fake information just throwing out fake information just in bad faith. If you guys want me to talk more about that, on how I got that information myself, well, I mean, it's kind of obvious that it's been spreading around, and I'm about to see it. But, yeah. Yeah, I just want to at least get that out there. But, I'll be taking over. Okay. Where did I come from? I saw my grandpa here, and that spell turned me into this, and I don't remember. Listen, I heard of an oddly shaped boy in this land. Find him. I'll use his power and make the world mine. Evil magician and minion. Yes, sir. Yes, boss. Stolen umbrella. No, get me out of here. Alright, and then... Cool. Oh no, I did it. What a klutz. Oh, I did it. What a klutz. And then some merchant comes along. Oh, someone's coming. Hey, over here, help me. Help! Hey, old man, save me! What, you want to sell me? No, get out of here! Oh, the umbrella? I picked it up, but no one wants it. Something about it called to me. Want it? It's free. Kind old man picked me up. He's a mushroomy. At this rate, we can get away and I can get home. I like how the images are just there. Like, in and out like that. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. Ugh, I've got to get to my grandpa's place right away. But before I do, we've got to beat our enemies. I've got to return to my true self. Enough talking. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. Once you've rested for a bit, we've got enemies to fight. After tonight. Well, I guess that's gonna conclude it for this episode in a way, right? Well, I'll let. I mean, yeah, I guess at this point, like, since I've taken over completely, I don't think the other me would want to come back to finish it off. So I'm gonna finish off this video. Yeah, with the topics that I've talked about here. I hope it's aligning to some degree. Hope you guys do enjoy your Good Friday. Enjoy Good Easter as well. Hope to see you guys next week. Hopefully in the giddy skies and you know, all that good stuff. So with that being said, don't forget to shine bright and stay bright.